It's Megyn Kelly time now, and the depths of Prince Harry's coronation sulk are laid bare today with damning revelations that he did briefly go to Buckingham Palace after his father's crowning. But check this. He scurried away back to America without seeing any of his relatives. Mouth about his family non-stop for the past 3 years. Harry wasn't so keen to speak or even meet with them personally and took no part in the official coronation portraits. Now, the revelation contradicts sources close to the Duke of Sussex, who said he swerved them purely for practical reasons. It comes, by the way, as the King's coronation was watched by up to 20.4 million people on Saturday, trumping Harry and Meghan's wedding that boasted 17.9 million viewers. So, Megyn Kelly, this is all very fascinating, isn't it? Do you reckon he dodged his family out of shame and embarrassment rather than logistics because he was literally at Buckingham Palace and he didn't go and congratulate his father after his coronation?
I think his behavior there just proved, as if we needed more, but once and for all, that he hates them. He loathes the royal family. Looking at the way he behaved, how he scowled through it, how he got in, got out without so much as a, hug toward anyone, it just proves that he can't stand them, and it has me asking why he went at all. Like, why did he go? Okay, because he's technically in line for the throne, where he doesn't want the throne. He hates the throne, and he hates the man sitting upon it. And his father has shown him nothing but grace in the wake of Spare, in the wake of the attacks on the British people. He's bent over backwards, including Archie and the toast and so on. None of it can appease this whiny, nasty man. So I really hope this is the last time that he goes over there and that he goes to Buckingham Palace.
Megyn Kelly, a political commentator known for her sharp critiques of Meghan, recently claimed that Markle is only with Prince Harry for strategic positioning and that her next step is a calculated leap to even greater power and wealth. In her words, Meghan is done with Harry and is simply waiting for the next opportunity. Her target? A billionaire hedge fund manager who offers money, status, and elite protection. It's a bold claim, and critics argue it's rooted in bias. But is there more to it than just clickbait? Let's be honest. Harry and Meghan haven't exactly presented a flawless united front lately. Harry's memoir, Spare, revealed deep personal trauma and isolation, while Meghan's brand-building efforts seem increasingly solo.
And that he stays home with his preening wife in Montecito while she orchestrates her fake, oh, paparazzi, here on my walk while I happen to have my little scarf on while walking the dog, moments, which none of us buys. They should stay there. They should stay with the paparazzi in Montecito, and he should stay as far away from the royal family as he can get.
Do you know what I found extraordinary? One of the newspapers over here got their top lip reader in. And even when he was sitting in the pews of Westminster Abbey, knowing that every camera in that place was watching him, he still couldn't help, in this moment, Megyn, moan to Jack Brooksbank, who's the husband of one of the York girls, about how terribly he's being treated by his own family. He never stops moaning.
This should be a comfort to people who are angry with him, and I realize that's the majority of your country and mine. This should be a comfort because Harry's worst punishment is sitting there in his own mind, next to that whiner, next to the woman who couldn't be made happy by the royal family, which she vision boarded, that made her rich, that made her a household name, that made her a star, that let her walk down the aisle in, one of the most beautiful gowns ever with the queen watching on, wearing the crown jewels. None of it.
They haven't been photographed together at several recent public events. Meghan made a glamorous solo appearance at South by Southwest, while Harry has been seen flying solo for charity events and legal battles in London. Is it media exaggeration? Or are they slowly distancing themselves in public and private? So, what does a billionaire hedge fund manager have to do with this? Megyn Kelly's claim implies that Meghan's next move would be into old money and elite global influence, the kind you don't get from marrying a royal prince who's stepped away from his titles. She suggests that Meghan is building a brand around herself, not around Harry. Archetypes, fashion partnerships, and production deals all center Meghan as the solo star. And who better to support that empire than someone with unlimited financial power and no palace politics to navigate?
Could please her, and none of it could please him. So this should make you happy because these two are now saddled with each other. And what's left now? Season 2 of her
Oh, no.
hit podcast.
Stop.
No.
No one wants that. And no one's
Apparently it's
listening
happening.
to that, by the way.
It'd be
Yeah,
fun for you and me, but no one else.
I think that's the worst 20 million Spotify ever spent. Megyn, I had to get you to react to this beautiful moment of Princess Anne and the hat with the red feather. That wasn't a coincidence, was it?
Princess Anne is kind of a badass. She was like, Princess Anne, you have one mission. She was like, nailed it.
You literally can't see him.
It was brilliant. You can't tell me it wasn't intentional, right? They're too smart. And everything, everything is choreographed down to the last moment, the last medal. So there's no way this was an accident. I enjoyed that.
Now, look, I know you love little Prince Louis, as we all do, but can you believe that Harry and Meghan have sent their awful little mouthpiece, this odd little bloke, Omid Scobie, out today to actually blame the children, blame the Wales's children, as the reason why the family was slightly late to the coronation. So it feels like they're prepared to stoop very low in their war against the Wales.
And as if Omid Scobie is really getting scoops about the royal family from anyone connected to the royal family, I'm sure they all hate him. They recognize he's on Team Sussex. Like, I probably have more sources in the royal family than Omid Scobie has, and I have none.
Absolutely.
I have you. The only person I trust for news about the royals. So, yeah, it's a lie, and it comes from her and from Harry, who are insanely jealous. And you know what they're going to be calling, Prince William's and Princess Kate's children one day? King.
Let's take a step back. Meghan has always been strategic, from Hollywood to Kensington Palace. She's reinvented herself repeatedly, and her circle has shifted from royal insiders to LA executives, celebrity elites, and high-end investors. Critics argue that her pattern shows a climb, socially and economically, and they say that Harry was a chapter, not the ending. Supporters say that's sexist and unfair.
So they're jealous of that too. They think it should be Archie. It should be Lilibet. It should be them. That was Meghan's problem right from the start, that she wasn't going to be number one. She had to play second fiddle to that Kate Middleton. And I'm sure she looked on with rage as those beautiful children stole the show while an actual king was being coronated. Still, they stole the show. They were so cute. They were perfectly behaved. Even little Louis, kind of colored within the lines, and she couldn't take it. The spotlight was off of her, kids, so she sent her mouthpiece out there to hit those kids.
Now, Megyn, this would usually be a bit rude, me raising this, but I'm going to do it because he was so rude about William. Did you think there was a slight irony to the fact that Harry has never looked balder walking in to the Abbey? I mean, that must be painful for Meghan, given he was talking about how awfully bald William looked at the funeral of his grandfather.
That a woman building her own brand shouldn't be accused of betrayal. Megyn Kelly has made a career out of blunt takes. She's previously called Meghan a narcissist, a manipulator, and said Harry was emasculated. So, is this new claim part of a bigger personal vendetta? Or is it media commentary rooted in real red flags? Even Piers Morgan, another outspoken critic, has suggested the Sussex marriage is a brand partnership rather than a true royal romance. So, will Meghan Markle really leave Prince Harry for billionaire hedge fund mogul?
It really was such a nasty, unnecessary shot at William. I mean, everyone knows that William's losing his hair. And everyone knows, by the way, that if William wanted to keep his hair, there are all sorts of drugs he could take and so on. He's not vain enough. He doesn't. I was looking at Princess Kate. She could probably be full of Botox and filler right now, like most 40-year-olds. She's clearly not doing that. This couple is who they are, which is the opposite of the way the Sussexes go about their lives. Just take a look at Meghan's latest publicity photos. Okay, there's been some interventions. It's fine, but I'm just telling you, there's a jealousy there. So Harry was out of line going after his brother, and it shows you the insane jealousy that we were just talking about. It's another example. Why would you mention his receding hairline? Why would you poke at him at something he probably feels somewhat self-conscious about, even when you know the same is likely to happen to you? You have, well, we think, the same genes. And lo and behold, justice is served just in time for the coronation. And it's going to be Meghan Markle's problem, for a couple of years more. But when she dumps him and moves on to some billionaire hedge fund manager, it'll probably be someone with a full head of hair. And then
We don't know, but the speculation is catching fire, and whether it's true or not, it raises real questions about image, ambition, and the price of walking away from the crown. What do you think? Is Meghan planning her next move? Or is this just more media mudslinging? Let us know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because in royal drama, the truth is always stranger than fiction.